Hi guys, and welcome to another Watch Geek video and another unboxing. This time we're unboxing a new model from Zelos watches, and I already reviewed one of their models, the Swordfish in Bronze, a few months ago or maybe even a year ago. I'll put a card in the corner of the screen so you can check that video out, but this is the new Hammerhead. And Hammerhead, this is actually the third version of the Hammerhead, with the second one being that monstrosity of 1000 meters of water resistance and 16 plus millimeters of thickness. Well, this time they brought it down to 300 meters and made it slimmer and nicer for people with smaller wrists like mine. So let's open it and see how it looks in person. This watch is gonna retail for $449, but they do have a special launch price of $349, which, specs considered, is a pretty decent price. You do get a Seiko NH35, which is pretty much a standard movement at this price point, but the rest of the watch is amazing. Zelos always makes original designs, and the materials used are usually high grade. So with this, you also get a sapphire crystal, you get a ceramic or a steel bezel insert depending on the variant you choose. And Zelos being Zelos, they do have some amazing dial options. I honestly don't know which one they sent me, but we'll open it and see. And like I said, this is just the unboxing and first impressions. That will be followed by a full review after I spend some time with the watch with macro shots, details and everything. So this is the nice Zelos wooden box that we're used to. So let's open it and see what the watch is like. Inside, a travel pouch with this leatherette material. Oh, and here's the watch. And they send me the full loomed version, or the white dial with dark markers. And this looks really cool. Wow. Now, I don't know if this is probably the old steel bezel insert. If you go for those dark ones, they do make them in ceramic. Although this might be a ceramic, but I believe this is a steel one. So as you can see, it's a huge watch, but they did make it slimmer by going down to 300 meters of water resistance, because honestly, that's all you'll ever gonna need. It's even more than you'll ever need, so 1000 meters is just a flex. I do like the crystal, look at it. It's slightly domed and it's a thick sapphire crystal. I do love the hands. And I love the fact they made the dark or black markers in hands. And look, even this insert in the second hand is also blacked out. Usually, sometimes brand, when they make white dials or all loom dials, they'll make only the surroundings of the hour markers black and then put loom in the markers themselves, which defies logic. If you're going to have an all loom dial, the best way to make the markers in hand stand out is to simply black them out, and this really does look epic. Wow. Let's pull all these tags off of it, or these protective plastics, and put it on my wrist and do a loom shot, because Zelos is known for their amazing loom. So let me just take all of this and I'll be with you in a second. Okay, so after unwrapping it completely, we can take a closer look at the watch and this amazing bracelet. Zelos does these cushion divers, but they're kind of modern version of the vintage cushion divers, because look at all these facets and edges, and I really love it because it has like a retro shape, but it's actually quite modern and futuristic in a way. Also the bracelet, look at it. It looks like it belongs on a starship or something like that, and it feels like it's indestructible. This watch is very, very heavy, so I can only imagine how much the Hammerhead must have, how the Hammerhead, the 1000 version, must have felt in your hand, because this is already very, very massive. The watch is 44 millimeters in diameter, but supposedly only 48 lug to lug, which should make it perfect for my 6.7 inch wrist. I do prefer 40 millimeter watches when it comes to dive watches, but with a short lug to lug, this could actually look pretty good. But before I put it on my wrist, let's just try the bezel, or the bezel action. And it's quite firm, but precisely firm. Like, you have really precise clicks, and I really do like it. It's not butter smooth, it's more like hard, but hard in a precise way. I actually like it. And it's not really that hard to turn, because this kind of hits the fine balance between being a sturdy bezel but not too tight as to make it impossible to turn. So very well done. Let's just line it up like this and put it on our wrist to see how it looks. Naturally, the bracelet is not sized for my wrist, so I'll just have to hold it like this and pretend, but this is what I'm talking about. So the watch is massive, it's huge, but as you can see, it doesn't overhang my 6.7-inch wrist. Even with these T-shaped end links, it remains on my wrist. I mean, it doesn't overhang it. So this is probably as big as I would ever go, but it does look thick. Even though they thinned it down compared to the 1000 meter version, this is still a chunky beast that's not gonna clear any cuffs. Wow, it's massive, but I do love the bracelet. It's really powerful. Okay, let's try the crown, because that is also massive, but placed at 430 as to not impede your wrist movement. It unscrews nicely, and the action of the winding is really smooth. Naturally, being the Seiko NH35, it comes with hacking, hand winding, so pretty cool. And you have the date at 6 o'clock, which is always a welcomed addition because it's useful, but it kind of disappears and it doesn't distort the symmetry of the dial, so I do love it. So let's do a loom shot, and I'll have to charge the watch first, and then we'll close this unboxing. And I do like this teal seconds hand that matches the name on the dial. Pretty cool. So let's charge it under my lamp, because as usual it's been traveling for weeks, or at least I believe this was about 2 weeks, so it's been in complete darkness. Okay, the dial has been charged. Let's get the camera to focus and turn off the light. And there we go. It looks amazing. They used the C3 for the bezel because it has a green tint during the day, but BGW9 for the dial because it's pure white during the day, and then it glows blue once you get into the dark. Let me just tilt away from the camera, and in person it's very impressive. As usual, the crown is also loomed, so a pretty fun watch in the dark. This one is gonna draw attention, so if you're trying to stay under the radar, this is definitely not for you in the dark or during the day because of all the facets of the watch case. Okay, before we sign off, just another thing that I noticed when I was playing with it. The clasp, not only is it machined and beautifully made, but it also has a glide lock system, like the one, not like the one on Rolex, but the same principle. So once you pull this, you can pull it all the way, and then it ratchets in place. There, you heard it. So it's pretty cool, meaning that this is going to be very comfortable to wear every day, as you can expand and the bracelet as your wrist expands and contracts. So pretty cool. Very cool. Anyways, that's it. So I'm really looking forward to wearing this and to recording this under macro. So thank you for watching this unboxing and first impressions, and do stay tuned for the full review. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.